What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night Song versus Gutierrez. Prediction breakdown, guys. We're gonna run through this real quick. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Kind of a late card. 11 fights in the card. Fly through this real quick. Before I get started, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for all my face-off prediction and prop plays. You can also donate to this channel to my PayPal account. All right. Real quick here, guys. Not this out. First fight on the card here, we have Rayanne Amanda versus Talita Alsekar. This fight here is kind of a tricky one here, guys, and it's a 50-50 for me. Both BJJ black belts here. Rayanne here, you know, she will let the hands go. You know, have more of a a kickboxing base, BJJ black belt. A lot of combination with her strikes, mix up the punches with the kicks. Scrambles pretty well. She will slow down as the fight go along though, but she keeps a steady pace though, and will look for takedowns and kind of a tough chick, right? Her opponent here, Talita, kind of wild with the strikes, shorter reach, height. Will look for the takedowns and look for submissions, but she's hittable coming forward, and she will definitely gas out. You know, she put a lot into her takedowns. You will get the takedowns though first, second round, but she gas out after that. She gas off into the second. I believe the better striker is Riano, and Rain or Riano, however I pronounce that. But she's also Rain is also good on the ground though. You know, I mean BJJ black belt, but both women are good on the ground. So yeah, kind of tough one to pick here. I could see Talita maybe grinding out, you know, maybe a decision, you know, takedowns, but Rihanna is good on the ground, scrambles well, and I feel like Rihanna's striking is better. So I'm gonna go with Rihanna here, Rihanna Amanda, or I believe her name is dos Santos or something like that. I don't know what Amanda. Yeah, I guess her middle name is Amanda, I guess. Or Rihanna Amanda dos Santos. So I'm going to go with dos Santos here by a decision, 50-50. Woman coming from Contender Series, I believe. And believe she lost against Gomes. And Talita went to a draw or something like that. So, yeah, I'm going to go with dos Santos Amanda by decision, guys. Not confident. Next fight, we got Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos Hernandez. Taira here, man, is pretty good prospect, man. This guy's pretty good everywhere. I don't see no weakness in this guy. But his last fight, his last fight there against Edgar Chairez, kind of got knocked down there a little bit. Kind of got caught in a little guillotine, but you know the guy is skilled and pop out of it and recovered well and pull off a decision. His opponent to Carlos Hernandez is not a bad fighter either. Pretty well-rounded guy, technical dude. Can get submitted though. And that's the thing about this fight. You know, a guy like Taira, he likes the ground and is pretty good on the ground, man. So I'm gonna go with Taira. I'm gonna say Taira by submission in the first round. But still be careful with it though, because Hernandez is not a bad fighter. Alright, so still be careful. But I'm gonna say Taira by submission first round, guys. Next fight, we got Stephan Edgar versus Luana Santos. Both judokas here. Both women are, you know, judo practitioners. Edgar here, she can get submitted though, man. You know, striking is kind of suspect, hittable, but she likes to clinch. She likes to go in the clinch and look for sweeps and takedowns. And she will also look for submissions, but she can also get submitted, right? Her opponent here, Santos, is also a judo practitioner. Can get wild with the strikes, but she's a dog though. She got a dog in her. We keep pushing forward and let the hands go. You know, she doesn't back down. A lot of forward pressure. We'll also look for submissions too. You know, like I said, her base is judo. You know, so when she in the clinch, you know, she'll look for sweeps and takedowns and throws, right? But experience though. I would say Edgar has maybe a little more experience as far as the UFC fighters. She faced more. You know, she's been in the UFC longer and you know fought a lot more women like Jessica Rose Clark, Ellen Perez, you know, Arena, Shannon Young. She fought Tracy Cortez. You know, it's just a little more experience on her side, but you know, Santos striking in my opinion is better, and you know, they both got judo, both can cancel each other out. I feel Santos' ground game maybe a little better. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Luna Santos here. I'm gonna say Luna Santos by decision, guys, but not confident in this one. It can go either way. It's 50-50. Just like the first fight I mentioned, the Rayanne Amanda. Pretty similar, can go either way, guys, so be careful. But Santos by decision. Next fight, we got Steve Garcia versus Melquizael Costa. I'm just gonna say Costa. Steve Garcia was supposed to fight on the last card, but he got ill. You know, it happens. I originally had Costa winning that. You know, both are skilled fighters here. But Costa is a pretty skilled dude also. Steve Garcia is pretty skilled. Steve Garcia will let the hands go, but can get hurt and finish. You know, Costa here, pretty legit striker, body kicks, movements, mixed up well, ground game. He's pretty legit guy. If I had to choose, I would go with Costa here like I did from the last fight card, but it got cancelled. So I'm going to go Costa by decision, guys. Still 50-50, so be careful. Next fight, we got Hyun-sung Park versus Shannon Ross. It's a tough one here, man. And I'm going to tell you why. You know, Park, you know, his striking is so-so, you know, heavy-handed guy, you know, but he's hittable, though, can get taken down. I see a lot of holes in his game, though, you know, but he's a skilled guy, though, but still needs some more work. Shannon Ross, though, man, I mean, the guy is a skilled guy, but not durable. Been knocked down 3 times. Actually, not down. He's been knocked out 3 times in a row. And his last knockout there was pretty bad against Jesus, you know. It was a overhand right, you know, didn't look good, you know. Head bunks up the canvas. It was a bad knockout, man. He's just not durable, man. He's kind of chinny, you know. He's like, you know, he be looking good and then bam, either a flash knockdown or get dazed or just knock out completely, you know. So Bark is heavy-handed, but I feel like there's a kind of experience with Ross here. You know, I don't feel Park has fought anybody like a Ross before. You know, most of Park fights are just all you know, a lot of guys from Korea and in his hometown there, you know. So yeah, I don't know, man. This is a tough one here. I know people gonna say, "Oh, Ross can get knocked out." It's a possibility, but Ross could come in here and not get knocked out and pull off a decision win because it's just experience. You know, the guys that knocked him out, it's not like they're not good fighters. You know what I mean? So, and the guy is experienced, man. But the fact that he can't take a hit and he just could just be at any moment, you know, a touch. You know, Park can throw his hands. It's not like Park don't have power. I'm going to go with Parker for the win, man, but it's a 50-50, and I can see Ross pulling off a winner, believe it or not, even though he's been finished 3 times in a row. And, you know, he doesn't handle a shot too well. It just depends on the opponent he's fighting and experience. But I'm going to go with Parker because, you know, Ross can't take a hit, man, and his last knockout was bad. I'm going to say Park by KO/TQ in the first round, but I'm not confident, and be careful, Ross could win this fight. Experience goes a long way, man. Sometimes it's just the matchup and who you're fighting. I don't feel Park is. He's okay, but he's not on that level. He's not like he's not like a Taharo. You know, a guy like Taharo is more proven, and you know, is more of a better prospect in my eyes than Park is. I just see a lot of holes in Park. I don't really see no holes in Taharo. But again, he's fighting Shannon Ross. You know, it's like it's not durable. So Park by KO/TQ first round, not confident. Next fight we got Ken Song versus Kevin Jusset. So next one here. Kenan is a very good fighter, man. Skilled guy actually. Heavy-handed, got a nice little check hook there off the left. Pack power. When he's on his own, ground game is pretty good. He almost beat Ian Gary. Caught him with a counter. Ian Gary usually, you know, rides his chin up high, but Ian Gary moves around a lot more though. You know what I mean? He beat Rolando, guy who was looking pretty good. Looked like he was gonna be a good prospect, probably still is. You know, but I said Kenan is a experienced guy though. A guy like Kevin Jusset. The next guy kind of remind me of the guy name. Kind of remind me of what's the dude name again of Ian Gary. The only difference is that with Jusset, he doesn't really move his legs as much. He's just on you. He stays on you. that could favor Kenan because Kenan counter shots, and Kevin ride his chin up high, but he's kind of stiff on the movement, kind of robot movement, but durable though. But his chin is there to get hit, and yeah, this is the next one. This is one here where it kind of reminds me of a Gary, kind of until that Gary moves in and out. And Kenan Song can hit. Experience goes a long way. I just don't feel that, Jussit is that experience in this fight here. I'm favoring Kenan here. I must say Kenan by KOTQ in the first round. You can't really stay in front of Kenan like that, and that's why you look like a guy like Ian Gary who was moving in and out, and he kind of like, I believe he threw like a 1-2 and kind of stayed there with his chin in the air, and he got caught and knocked out. Kenan got that. Not Kenan. Kenan has that. has that power, man, especially off the hooks. The counters. So if Joshua just sits there, even though it looks like he can take a hit, but facing meant to get hit though. So I'm gonna say Kenan Song for the winner. I'm gonna say Kenan Song KOT in the first round, but it's an even fight. God, Joshua could definitely win. Could definitely hurt Kenan and finish him. Kenan been knocked out a couple times, man. So yeah. Next fighter we got Andre Muniz versus Jun-yong Park. Muniz is well-rounded BJJ black belt. Skill guy, but fades, man. And when he fades, he starts resort to falling on his back, looking for submission. Like, he will strike with you the first round, but after a while, once he doesn't really finish you, can't get you out of there in the second round, he start to fall to his back and get taken down easier. Then he start just going towards the jiu-jitsu. But then he gets tired, man. He gasses out. A guy like Park, man. Park is durable, smart, fight IQ, skill guy, got power in the strikes, a good gas tank, durable, good ground game. But he can get submitted though. And Muniz will look for the submission, but Park is a pretty skilled guy, man. I don't know if Muniz can get him out like that. And if it doesn't get him out like that, I can see Park edging the fight here. So I must say Park by decision, but it's a 50-50 because, like I said, Muniz will look for submission. BJJ black belt and possibly can get it. So be careful with this one. Next fight we got Nasrat Haqparast versus Jamie Mullarkey. Both skilled guy here. Jamie Mullarkey is a very skilled fighter. Not that durable though. Can get hurt in the foot a lot. Get flash knockdowns. Can get finished. It's not durable, man. Sometimes he be fighting, looking good, and then he just pauses and just get hit. Nasrat been looking good. I would say kind of like a veteran kind of in a sense, but I'm liking Haqparast here. I'm gonna say Haqparast by a decision. I'm gonna say Haqparast 60% and Mullarkey 40. Next fight here we got Summer Georgie versus Tim Elliott. There's a switch there, and I believe it was supposed to be Nascimento. I believe Alain Nascimento, yeah. So Tim Elliott coming in here. The only thing about this fight here, maybe Summer Georgie. Striking is good, man. He'll be looking good, techniques, movement, but he's just his ground game. It's just he gets submitted a lot. All his losses is by submission. It's like the same thing over and over again. And fighting a guy like Tim Elliott, even though it's short notice, Tim Elliott is probably the wrong guy to fight when if you have a hard time defending submissions. Even though Tim Elliott can get submitted too, but looking at a guy like Tim Elliott who's very experienced, with some RG, technique, striking is pretty good. In and out, quick at the movement, but Tim Elliott will take him down, and Summer Georgie can get taken down, and like I said, he can get submitted. Give me Tim Elliott here, man. I go Tim Elliott by submission in the first round. I give Tim Elliott 60% and Summer Georgie 40, but still be careful with this one, man. All right. Next fight we got Anthony Smith versus Khalil Rountree. Short notice for Anthony Smith. It was supposed to be. I believe it was supposed to be on the other card. Forgot who Khalil Rountree was supposed to be fighting though, but it was supposed to be on the other card that passed. Anthony Smith came in on this card here. Man, Anthony Smith is this guy. Is a company man. He works for the company, also doing like the commentary and stuff like that. But he also fights too. But he's a pretty good fighter, man. The guy's a veteran. Beat a lot of guys. I would say he's a smart fight IQ. Can get hurt on the foot though, but he can look for submissions, can knock you out. He's all around a pretty good fighter. He's pretty well rounded guy, even though his record, 37-18, but the guy's a pretty good fighter, man. Khalil Rountree, it's pretty raw dude, man. Actually, he got a little better, I think he went to Thailand, work on his striking. Carries more of a Muay Thai base now. Heavy leg kicks, heavy punches, raw power. Yeah, he has improved. But he's fighting Anthony Smith, though. Anthony Smith is like very experienced veteran guy, and I say he's a company man. He does the commentary, so this fight goes decision. It could favor Smith a little bit, depending, on how the fight goes, or if it's just really close, or even if it's not close. So a fight like this, I'd be careful, especially with Anthony Smith. He's always in these positions where he comes in and short notice and he pulls off the win, man. He always does it, man. Not all the time, but majority of the time he does it. Jimmy Crowd, same thing, Alexander Gustafsson, Volkan Ozdemir, Rashad Evans, but can Rountree beat him? Yeah, speed. I believe Rountree gonna have the speed over him, but the experience, so I would go Anthony Smith. But Rountree got the speed and the skills. So I'm gonna go Rountree here. KO TKO second round, but 50-50 in this one. And like I said, Anthony Smith will upset. Be careful. Alright, but I go Rountree for speed advantage and power. Yeah, he has a power too, but Smith also has the power and Smith had a submission game, so be careful because Smith could take him down and then just grind him out. It's possible. But Rountree KO TKO second. Next fighter, we got the main fight in the card, Jun-yong Sung versus Chris Gutierrez. Sung here more kung fu stylist, movement. Movement is there, but he more walks it down, can get flat-footed. A very athletic guy, pack raw power. Chris Gutierrez more taekwondo, kickboxing kind of base, moves around a lot. Decent movement, a lot of leg kicks, switch stands. Is more of an IQ kind of a guy that looks for the openings and land the shots and kind of breaks it down. The thing about this fight is that Sung is so straightforward and he throws a lot of power, but you can read him though. But he's fast, he's quick, but it's a 5-round fight and he can get flat-footed and I feel Chris can edge this fight in my opinion. But again, Sung got the power though. If he catches Chris, could knock him out or hurt him. But Chris moves well, but we see what happened. I'm going to say Chris Gutierrez by decision though. It's 50-50. But like I said, Sung, will walk you down and land that one shot. So, but Chris by decision though, guys. Quick look at the odds here so we're working with. Just crazy odds. Crazy odds. Crazy odds, son. Yeah. These odds be bananas, man. The odds be all over the place. Santos and Talita. Got Talita as underdog. Don't disagree, both BJJ black belts. I feel Santos is a better striker. But this fight here, be careful, like I said, it's an even fight. Carlos Hernandez and Taharo. Taharo pretty high here, but I can see why, he's a good prospect, but still, I would still be careful. Carlos is not a bad fighter, and Taharo hasn't lost yet. He's a good prospect, but when guys are like 500 and something facing guys who are not that bad of a fighter, you shouldn't mess around with it too much. Be careful, right? Santos and Edgar. Santos a little favorite here. I can see why, but still, just like Santos and Edgar and Rayanne dos Santos, Amanda and Talita. These fights are pretty similar. Be careful. They say it's more even. Costa and Garcia. We got Costa's 250. That's too high, man. Because Garcia's not a bad fighter, man. See that, man? It's just, I feel it should be more close of a fight. I like Costa, but it's too high. It's because Garcia's not a bad fighter. When you have guys like that who you find guys who are not bad and it's kind of close, how are you gonna have the odds like that? It doesn't make any sense. So be careful. Young and Ross, you see Young is so high here. Now, remember I told you about Ross. Yeah, been knocked out a couple of times, but guy is experienced though. And when he's on, he's on. And if Park can't hurt him, you know, Park could be in problem. Just for the fact of experience, he hasn't fought that kind of caliber of fighters, and I feel there's a lot of holes that Ross could maybe expose. So when you see Park Hong Song so high like this, be freaking careful. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go underdog for Ross. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even mess with it. I go dog or pass, to be honest. Yeah, be careful with this one. Ken Song versus Kevin Josset. You got Josset as favorite. The next one here, man, this fight is an even fight. I like Song, but I can see where Kevin could edge it though, just for being the tough guy walking forward and just probably hit Song with a couple big shots, hurt him. But Song could also hurt Kevin too. It's an even fight. Careful. Andre Muniz, Park, Jun-yong Park. There's a lot of Parks in this card. Yeah, man, that Park. I don't disagree, but still, Muniz could get a submission here. He's live. Be careful. I feel this is a more closer fight. You know, be careful. Sima Georgie and Elliott. Get Elliott 160 something. I don't disagree with that. You know, I can see Timmy Elliott getting takedowns and submission. You know, Sumi Georgie can get taken down and submitted. But still be careful though. Malarkey and Nasrat 180. Jimmy Malarkey. This fight, I'll be careful still because it's Jimmy Malarkey. Like I said, they have two guys that are pretty good. Jimmy Malarkey is a good fighter, man. So it's a closer fight in my opinion. You know, be careful with this one. Smith and Rountree 200 and something. Be careful with that, man. Like I said, Smith is a company man. He works for the company and also do the commentary and all these things. And yeah, I mean, Rountree's a, you know, I guess people are gonna say he's a scary guy. You know, hit hard. You know, he's a good fighter, skill, but still, you know, Smith usually upset fights a lot. You know what I mean? So I'll be careful with it. I wouldn't go all the way in on Rountree like that. So be careful. Gutierrez and Young Dong Song Dong Young, man, man, no, bro, that's off. It's a closer fight, man. Chris Gutierrez is a very good fighter. Young Dong shouldn't be so high in the odds, man. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. It's more of an even fight. So I like Chris Gutierrez, but play at your own risk. Nothing guaranteed. That's it right there, guys. Remember to check out my Patreon account for all my face-up predictions and prop plays, which I'm going to put up in a little bit. And that's it, guys. One love to everybody. Us.